Do you ever get that feeling that you can't really afford an accountant, but you don't know if you really need one? You're not sure. Well, what if I told you that you can know exactly when you would need to hire one? Would that be helpful? I'm Tatiana Sawyer, and I help business owners and side hustle freelancers get clarity and confidence in their business and skip the anxiety. So today I want to talk to you about when it's right to hire an accountant and when you can just do it on your own. So you can do it on your own using an online software or possibly an H&R Block type arrangement when you have a fairly simple return. By simple, I mean you have a W-2 job, maybe a couple of those, maybe you have a student loan interest, and that's about it. Maybe a little bank interest as well. In that case, it's pure putting numbers into software and kind of spitting out the return. Now, if you have anything more than that, then you should really consider hiring a professional. So if you have a rental, maybe a couple of rentals, a side gig, or a small business, then you definitely need an accountant. And the reality is that you should think about hiring someone during the year as opposed to once the year is over, because an experienced accountant can really make a difference and can save you a ton of money in tax. So once the year is still going, there are strategies that can be implemented, things that can be done, but once the year is over, you can turn back the clock. So technically, rentals is kind of a borderline. If you have a couple of rentals, you could do the taxes yourself. Now be careful. I've seen folks miss depreciation, which is one of the biggest benefits of a rental property, using their software, and unfortunately, the IRS deems you taking depreciation even if you didn't take it. So it's really a kind of a tax money lost situation, so you want to avoid that. So if you do decide to do that on your own, be careful and be mindful of the fact that you would need to pay attention to questions that are actually asked by the software. Now, I would say that probably the most important time to hire a professional is when you have a business, whether it's a freelance, whether it's a side hustle, whether it's an actual business, brick and mortar store. You do need to consider things that you wouldn't normally pay attention to. I'll get back to that, but I do want to say that sometimes clients tell me, well, your services pay for themselves. How cool is that? How cool is that you hire an accountant, you pay them money, and because of the work that they do for you, you're actually saving more money in tax, and that those savings pay for the accountant and you have leftover. How cool is that? So what I want to encourage you to do is think about it. Sometimes you need to hire an accountant, and those times are if you have a rental, I would recommend it. If you have a business, or if you have a number of investments, that's also a situation when you would want to hire one. And I do encourage you to find an accountant who is trained in tax planning, who doesn't just prepare tax returns and crank out the tax returns, as we call it. Someone who will spend time with you and help you determine the best course of action. Accountants have insights to your business, insights that sometimes you don't even have, and it's very helpful to have a person who can help you grow your business and help you succeed on your side. Now, oftentimes a professional like that will cost a lot of money, but like I said, if you find the right one, they will actually pay for themselves. So I do encourage you to follow my YouTube channel. Also, my author page. Go to talktotatiana.com and join my group on Facebook. My group on Facebook is based on my book, Dream Bold, Start Smart. And in that group, I'm sharing a lot of useful information in bite-sized quantities, simple, understandable bits of information that will be useful to you. Talk to you later.